The Hotspot with Paul Playdon. Monday to Thursday, 7 to 10 p.m.
It is Black Coffee, David Guetta, Delilah Montague. That is Drive on Heart. That is no mistake that I'm busy playing that song. I tell you why, because this lady in studio is a massive Black Coffee fan, as far as I understand. Tymicah, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. And you?
I'm excellent, thank you. Big Black Coffee fan?
A huge one.
Huge one.
100%.
I think in every interview I've seen you do, I think Black Coffee gets mentioned.
At least once, yeah.
And apparently he liked a video of yours, or there was something along those lines. What was it?
It was so... Okay, I mean, maybe to the other people it might be silly, but for me it was like... It was better than winning a Grammy.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Basically, my debut, a friend of mine had... Like, they were friends with him as well. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if they're friends. I don't know what the vibe is, but... They had sent, actually they weren't a friend at the time, it was just this person on Instagram that had sent my song to Black Coffee and was like, listen to this, like it's so good. And then he messaged him back, he's like, wow, she's amazing. And then that person DM'd me showing me all of this, and I just dropped my phone and broke it. I was like, I'm so happy right now. This is the happiest day of my life.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so
amazing.
Awesome. I mean, yeah, it might just be your phone, your laptop, everything that gets broken. But if he had to say, you know, let's collab.
I think I'd die peaceful, to be honest with you.
All right, listen, Tymicah's in studio. We're going to find out a little bit more about her in just a couple of moments. I just want to, if you don't know who she is, you probably should, and you probably do. Maybe you don't even know that you do. Okay. This is one of those tracks that, man, oh man, got a lot of traction. It's called Forgetting You on Heart. It's the incredible Tymicah. It's called Forgetting You on Heart. Got Tymicah in studio. Welcome to Heart. This is the first time that you've been to this radio station.
Yeah.
How is that?
Oh, it's lovely here.
I know. How has it taken so long to get you here?
You guys gotta let me know.
Okay.
Why am I only here now?
I just did. All right. So welcome to our humble abode. It's not so humble. It's a pretty decent place to work, I must say.
Nice setup you got.
Yeah, thank you. But let's find out a little bit more about you. Growing up, getting into music. Just how was that? First of all, you're a Joburg girl originally, but you're sort of in Cape Town. What, 6 months of the year? How often are you here? How often are you in Joburg?
I mean, like it's at the moment it seems to be like a 4 week split. Sometimes it's like 4 weeks, 2 weeks. It depends.
Okay. That's a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I like it though.
Okay.
You know what it is? Like, it creates the illusion of urgency.
Do you know what?
It's like, she's in the city, you need to do it quickly. Because you know the music industry is slow.
Yes.
So if I say, guys, I'm here for 2 weeks, then everybody locks in and they do it on both sides.
It is a little slower in Cape Town though.
Yeah, a little bit. It is, yeah.
But it also creates this energy in your brain. Your brain seems to work faster when it's busier. And when you've got this thing where you're bouncing between cities, it almost feels like you're doing more.
Yeah, you are though, because like you're not just becoming like too integrated here, and you're not getting too influenced by ideas here or in Johannesburg. Like, you are actually digging into the culture and seeing what is relevant from both ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're moving out of that box. You know, you're not sitting in the same place all the time.
What is that quote? It's like, travel is poison to bigotry and closed-mindedness and stuff.
Oh, wow.
I mean, even if it is just travel within your country, but like doing it often, meeting new people, you know, exposing yourself to new ideas constantly, it's so good for your creativity. So I try to do it as much as I can.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So growing up, getting into music, how did that all happen for you? I'm sure you've probably answered this question 1,000 times, but for the Heart listeners who perhaps don't know.
So I've like always known I was an entertainer. So my first job ever was when I was 8. I was a child actress in like this British series.
What was the British series
It's called Strike Back.
Okay.
So yeah, I used to do a lot of child acting, and then when I was 15, well, around 13, I realized I'm really good at writing and this is fun. And then I always knew I could sing, so my parents would send me for like piano and vocal lessons. So I figured, oh, okay, you can actually like write songs, you know, crazy. So I would do that. And then when I was 15, I got into studio for the first time. I job shadowed a producer. And then he like played some keys, and then he was like, "Oh, you can do this well." And I was like, "Yeah, I can." And then I cut a couple tracks with him, and then that went really well. And then I did that for like a year and a half, and then I put that on pause. I went to go pursue my studies, and then I came back to music when I was 21.
And I heard you say in an interview that you actually, singing is like an itch that you need to scratch.
Yeah.
Every now and then, you literally go mad if you can't sing for a while.
It's like it's a problem. Like I can't think about anything else. Like I wake up with rhythms and melodies in my mind. And
so it's not just singing; it's songwriting as well.
Yes, yeah,
that's incredible.
Well, just the process of making music, like it makes me feel correct. Like it's not even just happy, it just makes me feel like I'm on the right path, like stable. So yeah, it is something I have to do.
There's a word for that. It's called passion.
Yes.
And I think you have it.
I really do, man.
Yes, absolutely. But I believe you've got a lot more passions than just music, though.
Yes.
What are some of the other passions in your life?
Gosh, like at the moment it feels like my whole life, but I studied actuarial science, so I'm really passionate about the stuff that I learned in school, and like applying what I know to just the world, like, the world of finance and investments and statistics. I actually really like maths and statistics.
Okay.
And I'm passionate about yoga and mindfulness, and so any like interest that anyone can have, just know I'm slightly interested in it.
I love that. And so you actually it seems like you take those interests to new levels. And if you can combine all of those different things, you could have a very spiritually free and fulfilled life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to leave any stone left unturned, to be honest with you.
I love that.
So that's my philosophy. Like, I think my purpose on this earth is to just experience it fully.
I love that.
So, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, tell me about Come Find Me with Luke Goliath.
So I had released my first song, Forgetting You, and that obviously had like positioned me as a house music vocalist. And then a friend of mine reached out to me on Instagram and said, "Look, like, I think that you and this guy I know would do really well together on a song, because he's also stepping into Afrohouse now."
Okay.
And I was like, "I'm super keen. Can I work with anybody and everybody? I just want to make songs."
Yes.
So, he set it up, and Luke actually ended up being extremely brilliant. And he sent me his beat, and we took the first draft of that. And then I sent him my lyrics, and we took the first draft of that. It was like the song was made in 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like even when I recorded it, if I'm correct, we did 2 takes in total. Like front to back. We didn't do any editing. Like, it was crazy. So this was one of those songs that really made itself. Like it always wanted to be, and then it was. And in terms of what the song was about, it was about like finding the right person at the wrong time.
Got you.
Yes. It was just about like feeling that you're too like whimsical and everywhere to actually settle down right now. And you can sense that person possibly is too, but you trust fate to bring you back together.
Yes.
So yeah.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, you hope. But in this song, it was just like saying, to that person, like, when you figured things out, please come find me, because I'll be here.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so true to real life. I mean, I think we've all had those right people at the wrong times in our lives, to be honest with you, at least for one of them. This is Tymicah, Luke Goliath. Come find me on Heart.
I'm drifting.
Tymicah, Luke Goliath, that is called Come Find Me. People on the WhatsApp line loving your voice at the moment. Nawal says loving her voice. Keith says, how is this girl not more famous than Tyler? Ooh. First time hearing her, and I love her. She brings something exciting and soothing, and she's educated. You have no idea. I'll explain that in a couple of seconds. Wow, please can we have some more of her? She sounds well brought up as well. That comes from Keith. A big shout out to your parents. There we go.
Thank you, Keith.
He mentions well-educated. Yeah, I mean, you spoke about the love for maths and statistics and all of that, but you are a bit of a bookworm, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yes,
Definitely.
and proud to be as well.
I really am, yeah. I like to know things.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, you probably, and you would be right, I would imagine, feel that the music industry and your singing career go hand in hand with things like that you know things that you have been brought up, the idea of being good at business, the idea of various other things that you are good at. They go hand in hand with your music career, right?
100%, because you must remember, being a singer is only like 10% of it.
Yes.
Majority of it is business acumen. Like, there are so many good musicians out there.
Oh, tons.
And you're either relying on somebody to be a good enough business person to know what to do with you, or you are becoming a really good business person yourself.
Yeah.
And I think my path has been to do the latter. So yeah, it definitely goes hand in hand.
Do you feel maybe sometimes that those who are good musicians, who maybe don't have that business acumen or somebody who can help them with that, that's where it fails?
Yes, yeah, 100%.
Because it's just that, yeah, they might be great, but nobody knows about them.
The thing is that life gets in the way. So unfortunately, if you're not able to generate returns from what you're doing and you don't provide a real value to society, there is no reason for people to pay you for this thing, you know, like, and then how do you survive, unfortunately? And then you do lose your passion. And when you lose your passion, people can feel it and they can hear it. So, yeah, the whole struggling artist thing is actually a very bad trope that we've sold people because it kills artists.
Yeah. And do you think maybe that that also becomes a mindset?
It does, yeah, because you become like obsessed with the struggle instead of thinking, how can I flip this money that I'm making?
Absolutely.
How can I be better at what I'm doing? How can I take myself seriously as a business? And how can I be so dedicated to my art that people care about it and they want to hear more about it, you know?
And you know what I've noticed about you as well is the fact that you do realize that a lot of things are mindset. And like, for example, we were just joking off air about black coffee, and I was not really joking. I think joking was the wrong word.
No, we don't joke about black coffee.
No. I said that, would it be cool to do a collab? And then you were like, it will happen.
Cool,
I believe it will happen.
I know it will.
Yes,
like,
I love that.
I won't let it not.
I love that.
Of course.
It's brilliant. It's that growth mindset. There we go. Okay, so tell us about Nina.
So
who is Nina?
This one's my alter ego. So
Sasha Fierce.
a little bit, yeah. So like, my day-to-day personality is so different to how I am in studio.
Okay.
And how I am when I perform. Like, I feel like I belong to my audience.
Yes.
And I think it was a bit like difficult for me to reconcile with that part of me, like this part that can completely unbecome and become like the audiences, and to get so in touch with what they want, and to engage with these people, and like then be like this sweet little girl throughout the rest of the day, so anyways.
So what does Nina like to do?
I think she's just like, she loves the performance, and she loves the it's a song about power, to be honest with you. And I think Nina might be part of me that enjoys power dynamics and enjoys how they play out in society. And so the song was about that.
Okay, I like it. And we were just talking off air a little bit about how you come to make songs, and the side of it that goes, sometimes producers will contact a singer and say, listen, I got this beat, take a listen. And for you, it's more like you got an idea of where you want to go, and you sort of give direction more to the producer as to where you want to go, right?
Yes, so that does also depend on like what comes first. So sometimes the beat comes first, and sometimes the lyrics come first. And if the lyrics come first, then you do have to do the direction of the production. And with Come Find Me, that was, in my house part, that was the one where the beat came first, and so I didn't have to do much there. And that's why it made more sense for Luke and I to actually establish that as a collaboration. But with the rest of it, yes, I had the lyrics written, and then it was like, okay, trying to build this beat around what I had already said. And so, yes, then I do have to direct things and say, look, this is what I want.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So that aside, I just had to throw that in there. But going back to Nina, here it is. Take a listen. This is Tymicah. It's called Nina.
Give me something, give me something to, give me something, give me something.
I remember the song being a chart chaser not too long ago. In fact, it was the beginning of this year. It is Tymicah on Hearts. Oh, man, what a tune. I did hear you talking about the idea of doing an album sometime soon. Well, where you said sometime. I don't know if you said soon. I might be throwing that in there. But are you thinking of doing one soon?
I am. At
Okay.
this stage, yes, I am. So maybe not an album, but an EP.
Okay.
Like, I think my main priority right now is just making a bigger catalog, because we just said this off air. I've got 4 songs,
Yes.
which is not acceptable.
Not according to the WhatsApp line. They want more. They want more.
Yeah, like I started making music last year May, and there's only been 4 songs since then. And it's just because I'm such a perfectionist with
Yes.
these songs, but like I need to drop a body of work, so I have been working on that. Yeah.
Okay. When you released your first song, was there this anxiety that came with releasing it, that people, what kind of reaction am I going to get?
I knew it was a hit.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have released it if it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, that comes back to being that perfectionist.
Yes, like I have a
that
lot
mathematician,
unreleased.
that statistician.
I'm so blessed to live with my best friends, and they are honest, hey? So
Oh, good.
I will come with all the tracks, and then I will see, because obviously they'll be like, oh, this is good, but then there's one where they'll be like, this makes me happy.
Yes.
And this makes me sad. And when I see like, oh, there's a visceral emotion here,
Yes.
I'll put that one out. Because there's a difference between a good song and an evocative song, and that's what I look for.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes, when maybe not to hurt your feelings, they're just saying, yeah, it's good, I like it.
Yeah.
But when they love it,
That's
you
when
can
you know,
see it.
drop that
You
thing.
100% you can see it. You've just released a song pretty recently, last month. In fact, it was a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Places We Should Go. Slightly different sound on this one. J. Clue is with you on this one. Just take us through, first of all, the production of it, and also the teaming up with J. Clue, and also what places should you go to?
So basically, this is one of those songs where I did actually get the beat first, and
Okay.
I'm so grateful, because J. Clue is actually an R&B and hip-hop artist, and as you can hear, I'm primarily a house artist.
Yes.
So when he had reached out to me the one day saying he'd like to do a song together, I didn't know what we were going to make, because whose genre would we go on to, so we spent a lot of time trying to figure out what we would actually do, like just talking about that, and we became really, really, really good friends during this
Awesome.
time. But he had already moved to London, so we couldn't really hang out, and I think that like really inspired us to think about how people who want to hang out but can't because of distance might
Yes.
feel. And so we tried to write a song about like how long distance relationships might play out, and that feeling of like, oh, just think of the places we could go to if you came and visited me, or just like that dynamic. So we
Love
wrote
it.
about that, and we had gotten this beat somewhere in the midst of this. Like, people send me a lot of beats, and this one was one of them that I got, and I think I messaged him immediately. I was like, I found it.
Okay.
I found the merge between our sounds. Let's do it. And it was
wow.
like an Afro R&B thing. So
I
it
love
felt
it.
like the Afrohouse R&B had a child, so
Okay.
so yeah, we ended up making this song just about like inspired by like our own friendship, and then also just a merge of our two genres.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
Afro House and R&B had a child.
Yeah.
And its name was Places We Should Go. All right, here it is.
Come find me.
It's Tymicah, J. Clue. That's called Places We Could Go. That right now is a chart chaser. You can vote for it. You can get it onto the SA Top 10. SA Top 10, name of the song. You send that via WhatsApp to 082 222 1049. That's how you vote. And who knows, maybe we might see that song on the SA Top 10 in the coming weeks. We hope to see it on the chart in the coming weeks. Paul, she sounds a lot like Billie Eilish. Wow. Okay.
It's a compliment.
I've not heard that one before. That's cool. Thank you, Grant, for getting in touch as well. Tymicah in studio. If people want to get hold of you on the socials, what are your handles on the various platforms?
So guys, I'm still figuring out TikTok, but
I tell you what, I'm gonna post a part of this interview
And then I'll
up on
repost it.
TikTok, and I'll collaborate with you. And we can.
Thanks.
Okay, no worries.
But Instagram, I'm very active. So
Okay.
my Instagram is the Tymicah Diaries, but my name
The
is spelled.
Tymicah Diaries.
Yeah, but it's spelled weird. Like
Yes.
my mom was trying to be creative, so it's Tymicah.
Yes.
So if you just search that up, my Instagram will come up.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of different spellings on
But
the
never
WhatsApp
that
line. Yeah, it's Tymicah.
Yes,
All right.
basically.
So Tymicah, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
in.
you for having me, Paul.
It's been great, and
awesome.
we will continue to push that song places we could go and get people to vote. And I'd love to see it enter the chart in the weeks to come.
Yes, guys, vote. That'll
Indeed.
Be amazing.
Tamika, thank you so much. You've been an absolute rock star.
Thank you.
And good luck with the future and that album.
The Hotspot with Paul Playdon. Monday to Thursday, 7 to 10 p.m.